There's of course no guarantee that Donald Trump will spend even a moment inside a jail cell, let alone going to federal prison. But if he does, how might it go for him? We decided to put together a little top 10 list of some of our predictions / wishes, perhaps. Francesca, thank you as always for joining me for this top 10 list.
No problem. Very exciting. Very exciting. Happy to predict. I'm always right about everything.
That is true. Notably, for the rest of your life, you'll be able to say that you predicted the war in Ukraine. So let's see if you're as accurate in predicting how jailbird Trump will go. What's your number 5 prediction?
Number 5 prediction is sort of circling jail time or prison time or all the things that are gonna come out. He's going to keep criming. I'm just gonna put that out. Like, this is sort of blanket, but no matter what happens, in a prison, out of prison, I have thoughts, but the crimes will continue as a result of whatever's coming to him, not actually coming to him, like not being harsh enough. So that's what I think. I think that it won't be harsh. I have thoughts on define.
What kind of crimes?
I think maybe there'll be some kind of a bribery attempt, some payoff. There'll probably be phone calls and records, something like this. Like it's gonna keep going. Because whatever he will get slapped with, he's gonna try and weasel out of, but probably because what he's slapped with isn't nearly enough. So those are my thoughts initially, just like it's not gonna stop.
I wanna start with 3 months in to him being in prison. He, despite being in one of the fanciest prisons in America, which has nicer accommodations than I ever have or ever will live in, he is losing it because he doesn't have all the gold around him that he wants. So in a plot to escape, he has Rudy Giuliani commit a crime so that he'll be arrested and locked up with Trump. Rudy does this willingly, both out of a sense of loyalty to Trump and also because he literally has nothing else to do.
Yeah,
he gets in.
Boredom.
They try to escape by digging through a wall. Instead of penetrating to the outside, they penetrate the side of a massive vat of sewage and are washed away in a brown flood. Somehow this is caught on tape and it does incredibly well on Twitter. That's my prediction for his attempted escape. It's not successful, but it will be hilarious as a American home video.
That is just, that is charmed.
Will he make a run for it? Do you think that he'll try to scale the outer wall?
This is like, it's like Shawshank, except he gets stuck in the actual sewage tube and is like, I can't go forward or backwards. Goodbye, cruel world.
Wait, I forgot my Diet Coke. I'm going back.
There's a Diet Coke within reach and he gets out of it. No, that is lovely. I love the caper here. I mean, for sure, if he does face jail time, if he is in prison time, he's going to rope in a few idiots to go along with some kind of scheme that he will then blame on them. Again, more crimes, no matter what happens, more crimes in jail, out of jail.
Something like that might appear later on my list, but what's your number 4?
I mean, my number 4, I have to say, and it's not, these are all kind of serious, no, they're not serious, but not as exciting as yours. But in number 4, I think I have to say, because the rest of it flows from there, which is he won't go to prison. He will be on house arrest. That is my belief. I have yet to see.
That's not good enough.
I know, I have yet to see an official, like a former prime minister or a former president, go to jail. Like, Augusto Pinochet disappeared tens of thousands of Chileans. He was on house arrest and died at the ripe age of like 89 or something like this. Like they always get off, they always avoid jail time, unlike the people who they have radicalized and have stoked the violence of. I think he'll be in Mar-a-Lago, John. I just don't think he'll be able to leave.
But he's still gonna see all the right wingers. He's still gonna put up the videos. That's annoying. I thought I had found one that was gonna get through your prediction. I was like, wait, but didn't Berlusconi, who just died, didn't he go to prison? No, it was community service. He was sentenced for years, but he didn't actually go to prison. Damn it, don't ruin this for me. I'm enjoying myself.
They always get house arrest.
Well, we're gonna see. My number 4, by the way, I say this one because I want to make clear, these aren't all predictions of just what I want to come true, but I think I'm trying to predict what could maybe happen that would be interesting. My number 4 would be, what if on the inside, because he will go to jail in my version of the world, he finally discovers for the first time in his life the joy of physical exercise. He's got nothing else to do. There's no TV, he can't watch the Gorilla Channel. So he's just in the yard and he sees a bench and some weights, and he doesn't know exactly how to use it. And once or twice he has to be bailed out by Rudy Giuliani because he's choking himself to death at the bar. But then eventually he figures it out and he gets old man jacked in prison.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Like, imagine if Trump developed the body that right wingers pretend that he has. That would be wild. I almost hope that happens for him, that he finds some joy in the endorphin rush.
Your predictions crush it. And no, it's never gonna happen. Why? He's lazy.
I know.
He is so lazy. He's gonna run the whole prison. He could sit and make a bed of fish fillet wrappers, to make his mattress more comfortable, and have the entire prison yard, smuggling in and out like barbecue sauce for his French fries. Like that's the kind of inmate he will be.
Maybe.
He'll have a lot of muscle dudes around him, but he will not be the muscle man at all. That would be.
Did you watch Barry?
Yeah, but I haven't finished it just because I'm
I won't spoil too sad. Okay, yeah, that's true. What's your number 3?
Number 3 is, I think, in addition to house arrest, some amount, as you mentioned with Berlusconi, of community service. Some amount of like he's gonna have to be like at a soup kitchen with a hairnet on. He's gonna wow, some people don't eat, I learned, and if we didn't have this slop to give them, they'll eat anything, He's gonna do that, or learn finally about government and civics, or even better, get a law degree behind bars and become his own lawyer.
But then he finally gets out. He opens up his own law office, but he goes bankrupt because he's defending himself, and he, on principle, still won't pay a lawyer.
He can't pay lawyers, exactly, and he can't stop doing crime. So he's like, it's just a perfect circle.
I'm generating my own leads. That would be pretty good. I do like the idea of that. Him doing community service would be wild. It would take a 30-minute orientation to explain to him how a soup ladle works. Anyway, I like that. I'm focusing on my number 3 less on his work than on his hobby. I believe that he will be so desperate to get the adoration that he still wants. I don't know if you're legally allowed to do this, but he'll find a way. He's gonna have kind of like a jailhouse podcast. It's Trump TV, but on a radio transmitter that he made out of parts or whatever. And he is going to use that to stay in the popular consciousness, to ruin any pleasure we have from him being in jail, and more importantly, to continue to ruin Republican electoral efforts for at least 10 years or so. He will be endorsing candidates through this jailhouse radio. I don't think he's just gonna be cut off.
Right, it'll be like the fireside chats, but with Donald Trump. And just complete stream of consciousness. The brown stuff in the cubby there and the mess hall, that's not bad. Brown stuff's not bad. Green stuff I don't like on Tuesdays. Oh my God,
it could happen.
There's so much. So here's the thing, John. Well, this is a point of information, but I remember when we covered the initial potential crimes, one of them did stipulate that you could not hold office if you were. One of them
did, it seemed like.
There's one of them. And I don't know if it was the Espionage Act or if it was the obstruction. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I don't know why it would be that just one of them would, but one of them specifically said that, yeah.
Yes, because I covered it for TYT when it happened. And now I'm seeing this sort of no, none of this would prevent him from, maybe prevent him from running. It wouldn't, but I don't think he can hold office, and we should just double check this. So
I'm gonna try to look it up, but what's your number 2? Is it rely on that?
It sort of relies on that, but I just had one that is now escaping me.
Yeah, my archive is taking a long time to load, but I will let you know if it does come up.
I think, damn it, I was related to the thing you just said. I think Trump could possibly get like, wait. Do you think he's gonna become like a, is he gonna?
Hold up, I have the solution.
Yeah.
The one that supposedly includes, in addition to 3 years per offense, a ban on holding office is mishandling of official documents. But the issue with that is that many say that would not necessarily hold up like upon appeal to the Supreme Court, the prohibition on because it's not like constitutionally based, it's part of the law.
That's dumb. We should change the Constitution. And now I remember my number 1. But
okay, what's your number 2?
I guess the sort of like not holding office again, that goes out of there. But I think number 2 could be getting like woke on prison reform. You know, like just kind of studying up the way the Jan 6ers are now, like, oh my God, jails and prisons are really awful. And you're like, yeah. So I feel like he could, probably Kim K and Van Jones will get involved and they'll free Trump and they'll be like, today's the day that Trump became president and shouldn't we all? Yeah, so he's definitely gonna get like woke. I wish he would join the Nation of Islam. That'd be tight from prison. There's gonna be, I wonder. There's a lot of funny, awful humor that's coming up. Like, will he try and kill himself? But like the rope will like break because he's he's fish of filet of fish king in there.
No, let's stay away from that area and a couple of others. Anyway, I'm gonna move on.
Okay, I don't even know if that was number 2. Okay, go ahead.
Less dark, but also I think more likely to happen.
Okay.
Which is that Donald Trump obviously has always believed himself to be some sort of playboy. I don't know why. I don't know why women were willing to date him back in the 80s. I guess he was rich, but he looked better than he does now, but he looked terrible. I think even by 80s standards. But anyway, he has regularly cheated on his wives over the years, and I think that he will still want the affection of other women. So I think that like many notable prisoners in the past, he is going to amass a crowd of hundreds of pen pals. But in the case of Trump, they are gonna be a crowd of some of the most deranged wine moms America has to offer.
Yes.
Like grab them by the pea shirt wearing, like Facebook conspiracy theory posting weirdos. And all the women who like were his reply girls on Twitter are gonna be sending him letters and he's gonna be having someone else reply because he can't write them.
All the fours.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what he's gonna have. It's just a network of weirdo pen pals around the country.
I think we haven't relished in the fact that if Donald Trump goes to prison, the actual chant "lock her up" and the actual idea that the QAnon prophecy foresees Trump like locking up all these, DOJ and other deep state actors, that will be completely on its head. And how wonderful and hilarious and amazing that will be. And to relish in watching how QAnon conspiracy theorists try to riddle themselves out of the fact that Trump is going to jail. Be like, no, because at the last minute, they're gonna be like, pew, 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 and then you're going to jail. And it's
Oh no, this will further convince them that they're right. He's going in so he can learn exactly how bad it is, and then he'll come out with the new information. I'll put him in.
Yeah.
Like it's non-falsifiable. There's nothing that can happen that won't. Like this will lead to more fervor, I'm sure.
Incredible.
But what is your number 1?
Okay, my number 1. This just came to me because I'm a genius. Number 1 thing that I think will happen if Trump faces any prison time or jail time, He's going to Russia. That's right. Goodbye. Goodbye, the United States. No, seriously, there's no way they're gonna keep him here. They can't. They're not gonna hold his plane. No, like he's a total flight risk, but he's not gonna have to be in jail before sentencing. He's gonna bounce. Really? I don't think he's taking a deal. I don't think and if he has to run for president from abroad, so be it. He's leaving.
Okay. Yeah, it seems crazy, but yeah, are they gonna ground his plane? Are they gonna, like, what kind of bail would they put on a billionaire? It would seem like you would have to work overtime to allow for something like that to happen. But this story has always been crazy. Why wouldn't that be the inevitable final chapter or whatever?
He's gonna go someplace that will not extradite.
Yeah, you are really sure that he's not ending up in prison, and I get it. I think, look, he's got Eileen Cannon to potentially protect him, but more important than that, you only really need one juror. It's gonna be Southern Florida. Like, yeah, the average Republican isn't just right wing; they're literally a crocodile. Like, I think he might be able to get out of it, but if he doesn't, then we will have my number one. This one is like kind of a joke, but also serious, and I think the most likely of all of my predictions to come true. It's also a crossover with you. He will 100% become a gang boss inside of prison, and I'm not even joking, for a couple different reasons. First of all, he has always been successful at getting people who will stand to gain nothing by supporting him to support him. Mm-hmm. He will get crazy people inside prison to worship him as a cult leader. And also, there are insane racists in prison, insane MAGA people, I'm sure, in prison. There will be people in that prison that are ready to love him beyond anything. The hard thing for Trump, though, he'll get this group to support him, is that he's gonna have to talk to them. And he's always kept his followers very much at arm's reach. Like, he doesn't go out after his rallies and mingle with the crowd or whatever. Yeah. In this case, he's gonna have to learn those skills. But I have no doubt that he is going to have a team of people working for him on the inside because of his charisma or whatever.
I wonder which team that will be. Will it be? I wonder. God, will the guys with no hair and those tattoos that are what are the? They look like a star, but it's not a star.
The weird, swoopy, cool line group.
Yeah, it's a swoopy
That's what it's gonna
thing.
Be. Mm-hmm. No, he'd never. That would reflect poorly on him, and it would lead to self-reflection amongst his followers outside of prison.
You got to pick a lane, man. If there's anything that's gonna turn him a complete Nazi, it's prison.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to find out. You know what? I do short stories, fantasy and sci-fi short stories for my Patreon. Maybe I'll do a short story of the first days of Trump in prison.
Oh, that would be so great.
That might be fun. Anyway, maybe I'll do the Rudy Giuliani story. Anyway, with that said, thank you, Francesca, for running us through another top 10 list. Thank you, everybody out there, for making this possible. Hope that you enjoy it. We'll have more for you next Monday. We'll see you then.